I'm going to be going through some super fights that the UFC should make in 2026. I believe most of these are reasonable fights that can be made. Some of them a little less likely than others, but you never know with the UFC. I'm not doing like a Connor Chandler. I don't think some of those old guys are going to come back. So, starting off with Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. So, women's bantamweight is so fucking dead that we gotta pull Amanda Nunes out of retirement for a super fight, if you even want to call it that. Not too far apart in age, so I don't necessarily want to take that into factor here. However, she has been out of the octagon for a while. That could be a factor. I don't really like to use that theory most of the time, but that could come into play here. Amanda Nunes is going to want to keep range from Kayla Harrison. That's where Amanda is best with her Muay Thai. She's got good leg kicks, good hooks, and it's a big question how well Kayla will do with Amanda's striking. Kayla's striking did look improved in her last fight against Juliana Pena, but as Juliana Pena, it was more of a grappling match. So, um, you know, Nunes, good striker, and Harrison is a good judo artist. Kayla Harrison has amazing top game. I'm not sure how big Amanda is right now, but I know that Kayla is walking around 160, which I think is a big factor when it comes to the grappling here. I'm assuming that um, Amanda has some size to her, but Kayla Harrison is literally a linebacker, so um, I think that's a big advantage for her in the weight. Um, I know Amanda, she has great jiu-jitsu, and I think with how big Kayla's gonna be, she's gonna wanna be able to dominate when she gets to the ground, and I think she can do that. It's a very interesting fight. I am like genuinely interested in a women's fight, and I think Kayla would get it done in the second round, maybe the third by submission. Um, Dude, women's MMA is so dead. It's crazy. Like, we don't have really anything. I won't say anything, but you got Zhang Wei, Li, and Valentina Shevchenko, which is a huge match because a lot of people like Zhang Wei Li's style, and she's a very entertaining fighter. But that fight is next week, and then we have this one. Other than that, we have nothing for the women's MMA divisions. So I think if the UFC wants to keep some of these divisions, they need to make a super fight to get people more interested in this again. So I'd like to see this fight a lot. I think there's like a 99% chance this one's going to happen in my opinion. Next up in the men's bantamweight division, we would have Alexandre Pantoja moving up to bantamweight to fight Marab. Obviously, lighter man skill is going to come into play here, but this is going to be a very interesting grappling battle. Uh, there is a possibility the grappling could cancel out and they stay on the striking end, but highly unlikely, I think. With how well Marab is in his wrestling, why would he want to give that up? Um, so I'd guess that this fight's just going to be all grappling. We all know Marab, he's very dominant in his wrestling, and he's improving each fight with his striking. He's looking a lot better. Damn near had Corey Sandhagen out in his last fight by TKO. So Marab's just improving. Pantoja is an elite grappler. Great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Good arm bars, rear naked chokes. Good sweeps, all that good stuff. I like this fight. I think it's a fight we need to see. Marab's running through the bantamweight division, so He literally has nobody left. Like, in the future, if Merab stays on this run, we're looking at a Sean O'Malley 3 later down the line. So, but Alexandre Pantoja, never been finished in 35 pro fights. But Merab's just going to dominate in his wrestling. So Pantoja's going to run into a problem here. I know Pantoja's going to have the better striking here. Maybe. We'll see, because Merab just looks like he's getting better in the striking department. But striking's not really going to matter here when it comes to Merab. This is going to be a good fight. If it happens, I think this one's kind of on the fence. It's a 50-50 whether it happens, but I see Merab winning this fight by probably a 49-46. I don't see him submitting Pantoja, and I don't see Pantoja submitting Merab. So I'd go 49-46 Merab. Now, this one, Ilya Abturo Top Toro versus Islam Makhachev. This can be the best fight ever if it's going to happen, as long as everything works out well. And I'm like 90% sure this is going to happen. With the recent interview Islam did, talking about how he wants to fight Ilya. They both want to fight at the White House. So I do think there's a chance this happens, as long as both these guys continue to win. Ilya, he's on a run right now, knocking out people left and right. And whoever his opponent is next, whether it's Pimblett or Gaethje, probably going to knock him out. But if he wants to do something else, he can. Ilya Zepori can do whatever he wants, dude. If he wants to mix it up and show more of his game, he can throw up a submission. Makhachev, very well-rounded fighter as well. We've seen him struggle in the pocket against Dustin Poirier, and that's where Ilya is going to thrive. That's where he does his best work. I really don't want to take away anything from Islam, but Ilya, he's just different. It's, I have some recency bias here with what he's been doing recently, but I just can't continue to doubt the guy. I think this would be an awesome fight. I hope it gets to at least the 4th round. So I'd take Ilya Topuria by TKO, and he becomes the greatest fighter ever. He's the GOAT, and he'd be the GOAT for a very long time. Really, really fun matchup to make. And I think once Ilya, if this fight does happen and Ilya gets it done, I think that's it for him. He has nothing left to prove. We'll see how Islam does this next weekend against Jag Della Maddalena. But I think he's going to get that one done too. So, UFC, make this fight happen. Next up, I talked about this one in a recent video. Kind of 50-50 on if this one will happen. Could not, Yuri, he's a weird style for Hamzat. He's never seen a style like Yuri's before. He's super unorthodox, crazy hooks, elbows, knees, etc. Yuri probably going to start off aggressive, and that's going to leave Hamzat to panic shoot if he gets in trouble, and I think he will early if this fight is to happen. More than likely takes Yuri down in the 1st round. Hamzat's one of the best wrestlers in the UFC, if not the best. Very aggressive in the top position, whether that's a ground and pound or submissions like an arm triangle or a crucifix. Both these guys are really smart, really high fight IQ by both these guys. I don't see Yuri getting submitted in this fight, but I don't see him knocking out Hamzat, so I'm on the fence with this one right now. But this would be a great matchup to see. I really hope this happens. But there's a lot of talent in the middleweight division. So I would have Yuri coming down to 185. And I think he can. I just talked about it in a recent video. Yuri's ground game is actually really underrated. He has great takedown defense, and he has some submissions to his game. I don't think Hamzat's going to ragdoll him like he does the rest of his opponents. Like if Yuri goes down, I'm not gonna completely freak out, you know. Um, he's he is good on the ground. He has submissions on his record, and I think this would be a really fun fight to make. But middleweight is stacked, so like a 50% chance of this one happening, maybe less. I don't know. We'll see what happens in light heavyweight. I think that'll determine it all. I don't see the UFC having a problem with making some other fighters wait, whether it's a Mavov or Strickland or a Fluffy, something like that. I think the UFC would be fine making a super fight like this. So now for the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira. This picture was posted on Alex Pereira's Instagram a while ago, but now all of a sudden he's talking about John Jones for some fucking reason. Um, Tom's gonna have the edge in this fight with his ground game, wrestling, and all that stuff. Alex is gonna have lighter man skill. He hit super hard, just TKO'd Big Ank, TKO'd Yuri. But Tom, he's really fast for a heavyweight, and we still have yet to see all of his game. And I think he's going to knock out Cyril Gahn a lot quicker in this second fight. There's bad blood there now. Tom's pissed off. So I think he's actually going to get it done quicker in his second fight against Cyril Gahn. You can't underestimate Alex in this fight. I am a huge Tom Aspinall fan, and I'll bring that up at the end of this video. I have a video planned for what I'm going to talk about shitting on a certain somebody. But I'm an Alex Pereira fan too. I don't think they make Jones Pereira. I feel like Aspinall Pereira is more likely going to happen. Dana can't trust John. I don't know how far it is down Dana's throat anymore. So it could still be in there a little bit. I wouldn't doubt it. But um, you can't blame Dana for not trusting John. I don't see John coming back to the UFC. I'd say there's like a 30% chance of this fight happening. Like I've said, they owe this to Tom, waiting on John Jones for well over a year. They owe Tom Aspinall a super fight. Um, Dana's all pissy though, because that no contest he just had. So it wouldn't be surprising if they don't give Tom Aspinall this fight. Or let's say Cyril Gahn beats Tom Aspinall, and they do Cyril Gahn, Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira would dominate that fight. But uh, I don't know. I'd edge Aspinall in this fight, probably by submission in the second. But we know how good Alex is as a fighter. He has knocked out so many people before. So this is a really hard matchup to call. I was leaning a few months ago when they were talking about this. I was saying that Tom Aspinall would maul Alex Pereira, but his takedown defense is so good. So that's a big factor here. I know he walks around. Alex Pereira does around 250. I would expect him to cut to at least 230 to be in decent shape for this fight. Maybe he could be in good shape at 250. Because I don't know, they might have Alex just not fight until the White House, so that could give him plenty of time to bulk up, put on more muscle. But this is a fight to make. Don't think it's gonna happen. So I don't know if they don't do this, and if they fucking do John Jones versus Alex Pereira, I'm gonna lose my shit. No belt involved at all. And if they pull some like heavyweight BMF belt, oh, I'm gonna kill Dana White, man. So Tom Aspinall, Alex Pereira is the fight to make. Fuck John Jones. He can fuck off and go beat whoever he wants to beat elsewhere. Go train some kids. You old man. Stay out of the sport. Now there is some drama going on with Tom Aspinall and John Jones. John Jones recently got on an interview and started to talk shit. So I've been doing some digging, and I've been getting a lot of dirt on John Jones. Most UFC fans, I won't say most, but some of the guys that watch a lot more UFC are more in tune with it, know about some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about. But I got a kind of a long video about just trashing John Jones because he called Tom a quitter, basically. So, and I'm so done with this old man trying to talk shit. Just shut the fuck up. Get out of the light. I don't understand how people still respect John Jones. I don't get it. And hopefully I can convince you that John Jones is a piece of shit. So, that video will be coming out very soon, hopefully by the end of this week. But yeah, those are the super fights to make in 2026. I'd say maybe 3 of them happen for sure. I'm pretty confident in that. So, um, that's all I got for today. UFC 111 is tomorrow. I'll be doing reactions to that. Hopefully, it's a good card. Hopefully, we don't have any crazy bets that flip really quick. You know, you don't want to go through that fiasco again. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.